Hello, welcome back to my daily Tour Divide coverage, and the big news. The news we've all been waiting for is that we finally have a winner of the Tour Divide. Justinas Leveika, he finished in 13 days, 2 hours and 6 minutes, making him the fastest official rider down the Tour Divide. Let's have a little listen and listen to him rolling into the finish line.
Yeah, boy. Mexico is in my eyes. I fucking made it, man. I made it.
So that was Justinas. Dropped me a little voice note as he rolled in, and I'm just super happy for him. And yeah, he did an amazing ride, and it's not been an easy one, as everyone knows who's been watching this coverage. The weather's been playing havoc. But yeah, he managed to push through it and take a good 20 hours off Mike Hall's record. It's going to be a shame not to see Mike Hall's record dot on the track leaders page now every year. Obviously, if you don't know, Mike he was tragically killed when he was racing in Australia. So the little Mike Hall dot has been a nice memory for people that knew him over the years. So I hope the organisers actually keep him on as a tribute to him on the dot. That would be nice to see. But the big story, of course, is Justinas taking that win. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run through his Instagram. There's a few nice little reports from him. And yeah, we'll sort of hear what he has to say. And obviously, he's probably asleep and very tired at the moment. So I'm hoping in the next day or so, I'll get a sort of more in-depth kind of rundown through him. Of course, Redshift, they are still sponsoring my coverage. So a big thank you to those guys. Your support is very much appreciated. And there's still the discount in the description. So let's just go to Justinas' Instagram. He's not really posted very much at all during the race. He's been, very focused, I think. Normally we see a few stories, but we've seen nothing at all this year. He's had his head down, job in hand. But he did put out a nice little story on the final run-in. So let's hear what Justinas said as he was kind of about to sort of finish in New Mexico at Antelope Wells.
Good morning, you beautiful people. Antelope Wells is like 13 kilometers away. Yeah, now I think I can't say that. Looks like I'm gonna take this one, huh? Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, it will take time to sink in. But I'll tell you more. My flight is only on Tuesday, so I'll have plenty of time for various conversations. So you will hear more from me. The night was crazy, but I'll tell you more.
So yeah, that was Justinas rolling into the finish, and I know Justinas fairly well, and yeah, it's just it's so great to see. It's been a really long time coming for him. He's certainly learnt the hard way. He's made a lot of mistakes along the way, but finally he's got it all together, and yeah, got down to the finish. Actually, if you check out bikepacking.com, they've got a really nice finish article with some photos from Eddie Clark on there as well. So yeah, you can see exactly what's been going down at the finish if you check those guys out. But of course, Justinas is the fastest. He's been fastest. He's been finished 14 hours now, nearly 15 hours, and still no second place for Uber. Let's just remember how many people are out there. It's there's a lot of people, and Justinas has absolutely blazed the trail, and he's got quite lucky, I think, with the weather. As you can see, remember Ulrich was he saw him 2 or 3 nights ago, and now the gap is like 15 hours. It's really gone out, and it sounds like basically Ulrich's just been stuck in the mud, and the Tour Divide from most of the New Mexico, they've been smashed by the weather, and it sounds like it is really quite difficult out there at the moment. New Mexico, the soil is very sandy, very it can get very muddy, so a bit of rain just totally destroys it. So you can see Ulrich's right under a storm at the moment for finish. These guys in this sort of chase pack, they've all been smashed. It looks like Laurens ten Dam is probably the only one who's not been smashed by the weather at this particular moment, but he's had his fair share as well. Let's go to Ulrich and see what he's been saying. So he sent me a few voice notes over the past few days, but it's we're getting a bit out of sync. But yeah, basically in the Gila. So after remember yesterday I shared a voice note with Justinas saying he got a bit of mud on the way into Pie Town. So he stopped in Pie Town, and it sounds like he kind of got away with it. He got in between the storms and made it through the Gila without much rain. Unlike Uber, he got absolutely smashed by the rain in the Gila, and basically it was peanut butter mud. He had to stop for 4 hours and just wait it out because he couldn't go forward, couldn't go backwards. You can see the state of his bike. There's nothing you can do in this situation. The bike's so heavy it's hard to carry and it sticks to your shoes. And yeah, like at this stage, the race was gone for him. So I think he just stopped and waited it out. And you just have to wait until the ground dries. He did send me another little voice note. This was only an hour or so ago. So if we look at the tracker, he is now on the final run-in, or the final bit of Continental Divide Trail just after Hachita, just as this big storm's hit. I hope he's okay out there. Not quite sure what the... I imagine it gets quite wet, so again, he could be taking a long time. Looks like he's moving 3 miles an hour, but let's have a little listen to Uber and see what his latest voice message is. I expect the next time we hear from him, it will be at the finish, so let's just hear what he said.
Hey Josh, one moment of silence while heading towards Hachita. The day today continued as crazy as yesterday. So when I left Silver City at noon, I ran into one thunderstorm after the other at 5. The first 4 were like normal ones. The last one was insane. Lightning hitting left and right and crazy. And made the travels way slower than expected, as the sandy soil of New Mexico gets again super soft, sometimes a bit sticky, but at least it slows you down. So it was really a fight to get here on this tarmac stretch to Hachita. It's now 8:30 p.m. So we'll be in Hachita soon, and then the last Continental Divide trailer section, and then heading directly to the border. Oh, nice! Just saw another lightning on the horizon, so maybe another thunderstorm upcoming for me. It's really crazy season, but let me bring it to the finish line and have a beer. Cheers, man.
So yeah, sounds like Ulrich is having a tough time of it, and I think the lightning he probably saw in the horizon was this massive storm coming in here. So hopefully he's okay and he can get down to the finish without any further issues. Further back down the course, we have Laurens ten Dam. So he's still in the Gila. Let's just check it out on Rabi GPS. And if you remember, the Gila is a section where Uber got stuck in the mud. Pretty lumpy in there. Not the biggest climbs in the grand scheme of things on the Tour Divide, but they're steep and they're short and they're sharp, and they do really just wear you out. So he'll be aiming, I imagine he'll be trying to get to Silver City, although it's getting on to midnight now, so he might be camping out again. It just depends on those conditions. He looks like, if we look to the radar, if you remember the radar, probably the only person who's not getting smashed by the weather at the moment. But that doesn't mean it's wet and move. You can move easily. Again, he's not moving on the tracker, so he might have stopped or he might just be stuck. So yeah. Tough conditions for everyone. A little bit further back, you can see now that Megan Hakkinen has dropped off Lael Wilcox's record pace. I suspect it's weather. You can see it's just coming in waves here. We've got a group of people in Grant. Aidan Lampe is really pushing on though. Thomas Fabian, Cade's in there. Who else is in there behind the dot? Christophe Deprez, Cade Reichenberger. They're all hiding in Grants at the moment. I imagine they're just sheltering from the weather. Aidan looks like he's taking a bit of a punt. Although if it's raining on that Pytown section, he's going to get stuck soon enough. So we'll have to see how that works out. Keep an eye on it. Megan, again, she seems to have slowed off the record pace, as I said, but she's kind of pushed the gap out a little bit towards Anna now. So Anna 155 to Pytown, Megan basically 90. So that's about a 65-mile gap. It was down to 30 or 40 miles yesterday, but again, at the moment, we just don't know exactly what the conditions are and how they're kind of affecting things. If you get stuck, there's just not much you can do, and then there's a big gap back to the the main pack now. Our lead single speeders are in there. Alex Kowalski, Johnny Price. They're within like 4 miles of each other again. So that's an exciting race to watch as the race progresses. So of course I will carry on following those dots for the next few days. So let's finish up just with some social media. See what's going on further down the course, and let's start with Megan and hear what she's got to say.
Divide update day 13. I'm in New Mexico. There's 600 miles left. I keep getting nosebleeds, but I've been practicing gratitude and listening to a lot of Rich Roll podcasts. It's pretty awesome to be here. The Continental Divide trail section was really difficult for me, and it really took a lot out of my energy. When I got to Albuquerque, I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. I got a motel room because the weather looked pretty iffy, and I wanted to get a good sleep before getting a start on the pass. And hopefully it's the kind of reset I need. Lael's dot's ahead of me, so now I'm chasing. But it's almost 4 a.m. Pretty stoked to head back out there, and grateful to be on this ride of a lifetime. So, yeah.
So that's Megan. There's Megan. Obviously, that's the classic divide photo at this time, just shoveling food in the best you can. So she was in Albuquerque, stayed in a hotel. So yeah, sounds like she's just having a bit of a rough time of it. This is the new single track section in New Mexico. It looks pretty cool, single track actually. So yeah, it sounds like she's definitely chasing that women's record still. So we'll see how that pans out. Although I suspect at the moment weather is going to significantly affect her on that. So we'll see how that works out. And now basically I'm just going to show you rain. So this is Tom Fabian. This is a pretty cool bivvy spot. I don't know where it is. It's like under a road bridge or something. And then yeah, that just looks grim. New Mexico being smashed by rain. Just not much you can do apart from hide. I guess there's a thunderstorm, so he's probably trying to get down low off the road there. But yeah, pretty tough conditions. So Alex is obviously in single speeder, so he caught Johnny this morning, Johnny Price.
Look who I found. I'm gonna creep up on him. There he is. Must have just slept right behind me and then started before me. Johnny.
So yeah, as always, they're having a great time out there. I've very much enjoyed watching the single speeders. So yeah, this is basically this is how it is. When you're a single speeder, you've pretty much got to walk some bits. I think I've got a photo of that sign somewhere. So that's crossing the border into New Mexico. Caught Johnny. And then it just sounds like, well, this is what's happening. Torrential rain in New Mexico. You can see
what the heck,
conditions
New Mexico? I thought you were supposed to be hot.
Yeah, you can see the riders. Oh, Mateo Perez. So yeah, hiding in a pit toilet. Welcome to the Tour Divide. And finally, more mud. This is Marku. I think he's still in Colorado. So yeah, this is what it's like at the moment in Colorado. the classic, is that a pit toilet or a ranger station? You can see the tracks are just wet and sticky. Just makes it slow going, as Ulrich was saying in his voice notes. You can see the bike tracks in there. It's just hard. It makes everything like muddy and sticky. That's the creek. Is it the top of Ute or Gore? I can't remember which one it is. And yeah, peanut butter mud. Just sticks to everything. Gets in your drivetrain. Your wheels don't go around. Rubs the paint off your frame. And then the sun comes out and it dries again. It's just kind of how it is. So yeah, that's Marku, and that's some of the conditions these riders are facing. So as I said, I shall continue doing my updates over the next few days. I certainly want to see Megan and Anna come home, and if I've got time, I'll hang on for the single speeders. So yeah, keep on watching. Obviously subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thanks for the support so far, and catch you in the next one.